Why, hello. Do you know what that is? That's an actual toilet. And then, that's an actual bed. There's even a shower. Of course, that means I am back to civilization. Although it is a bit of a bomb site just now. Whew, what a whirlwind of emotions the last 2 days. We are pretty much almost exactly 48 hours since coming back up the hill. Yeah. My previous video as we got down was, like I said, very raw. Emotions have probably decreased a little bit from the hike itself, but the adventure hadn't finished. So just to recap what happened, when we came down from the summit and arrived at our camp at 10:30, we then had to pack our stuff so that the porters can take our stuff to the next camp, which was another 2 hours walk from where we were staying. So after lunch, backpacks back on, and we headed to the Millennium Camp. The Millennium Camp was nice. It was in between the trees, but it was still bloody cold at night, just like the other nights. The fact that it was the last night didn't make it any more bearable, to be honest. From my perspective, probably made it actually worse, because it was just this feeling, it's so close, that shower and hot shower in a bed, but still so far away. Because once we got up, we got up half an hour earlier to try and complete the adventure earlier as well and get ourselves for lunch and then to the hotel for a hot shower as soon as possible. We still had, what time did we set off? I think we set off 9:15 after a very nice ceremony. So we had a breakfast a bit earlier, but then we had a song and dance with the whole crew, which is really, really special. Packed up last time the camp was being dismantled and backpacks on, and we walked for an hour and a half, I think, or 2 hours to get to our next camp, which we could have done the night before or the afternoon before, but I think we were all spent and it wasn't easy. We had to go down rocky steps, really watch our footing. That was to the next camp, Mueca camp, I think, and from then there was another 3-4 hours of non-stop walking through a tropical forest, which would have been, very special in itself. But at this point, we just really want to get to the gate and get ourselves cleaned up, freshened up, feel like humans again. And so we did. We eventually reached the gate, and at that gate we had lunch all ready for us, still served by the same guys that were serving us for the whole week. So we had a lunch and then we headed out of Kilimanjaro National Park to get back to Aishi Machame hotel, which is where it all started, where we had our gear and our luggage. So yeah, then we got to the hotel. We were greeted by the staff who said, "We know you want to shower. However, there's a ceremony to be had first." And that's when we were presented with our medals and certificates for completing the challenge. And then finally, I guess we could go to our rooms and have our showers and have our comfy beds. But of course, we were not ready to call it the end of a trip. So we met at the hotel for some drinks, and then we headed off into town for a bit of food as well. And it was only afterwards that we kind of dispersed. Some of us were still here this morning for breakfast. Some of the guys have taken their own extensions to their trips. Some of the guys are flying back today. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'll be thinking about this as we start pulling all the photos and videos together, and we started our WhatsApp group, and I think that will keep us going for a while and keep that experience alive. I definitely don't want to lose it. Definitely don't. I'm not ready to part with it yet. And the worst is over. So, a couple of days or a day and a half to relax, and then back home to Scotland. So I'll definitely make the most of it before then. See you guys later.